the juice.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dennis Jimenez. This is the Juice Podcast. Tonight, I'm joined by my co-host, Nor.
It's your boy.
He's a returning guest, too. He's the first one on the Juice.
Swim North on all social platforms. Follow me. Get to know me a little bit better before you judge me.
And tonight, we have a pretty special guest in the building. He just dropped a project called Gustavos. Go check it out. Tonight, we have GZO himself. So, little clap.
Yes, sir. Hey, we're gonna start it off right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Really nice.
Let me get this.
You know where
Lime is going before I choke.
He asked me, he said, do I gotta get closer in my life? I could be right here. He asked me what drink we gotta have. I said we gotta have the Patrons.
Yes, sir.
Patron.
Cheers. Oof. I love Patron. That's probably one of the best tequilas.
It is.
It's smooth.
It's the best. Dude, the other day I was out, and then the bartender asked for a shot of Patron for everybody, and the bartender, he gave it to me, but I didn't watch him make it. And then I drank it. I was like, "What the fuck? This shit is different." I got another one made and watched him make it, and shit was Don Julio. I was like, "Oh hell, no, bro! I know the difference."
Yeah. No,
Yeah, there's a big difference,
dude. The last podcast we had Jose Cuervo.
Oh,
gold and silver.
oh no, that's one of the first drinks.
It's alright, but it's not good.
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
It's harsh. It's not like smooth. It's even the silver is kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, no Jose at all. I stick to Patron. You know what I mean? I could try some off brands like Epsilon or something. I could drink some ones like that, but Don Julio, nah.
Those heals your shit.
Yeah, all day.
I got a double shot of Patron at the club one time. That shit was like $40.
Yeah, bro. That's how much the bottle costs. That's how much the bottle costs.
Bro, and I'm the type when I go out, I want everyone to have fun. So I'm like, I'll just start the night off and get everyone some shots. And I'll look at the bill and I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Nah, should run up quick.
Yeah, bro. For real. Let's start off tonight. Let's take it back to the beginning. What was your upbringing like? Where are you from? What was your childhood like? If you want to get into that.
Yeah. So I'm from Clovis, New Mexico. You know, my childhood was good. Basketball was a big part of my childhood. So up until 16, I didn't think about anything but basketball with my life at all. And you know, it was good. I have a good family, like a good solid foundation and stuff like that back home. So it was good. I was going back and forth to the East Coast because my dad's he's from like North Carolina, Virginia area. So I was going back and forth, but basketball was like my main part of my life, bro, until I got to like 16. That's when I really I stopped playing basketball, and it was my senior year. So I didn't play my senior year, which was crazy. And I smoked weed for the first time. I met my homie Zoo. Well, I knew Zoo, but we started kicking it. And I started making music, honestly, and that it changed like just the course of my life for sure. Just like those events, you know, quitting basketball was big.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it changed the course, and I went on a wild ride after that.
I can relate to that for sure, because like same thing. Like for me, basketball has always been like my sport.
What position did you play?
I played forward and point guard.
Okay, word.
Every now and then, like
You're pretty tall though. Like I feel like.
I was pretty short growing up.
Okay,
like growing up
too short.
Yeah, but I always had long arms, like, and I could my hops.
You got the vertical and shit.
Yeah. But same thing though. Like I think junior year, like sophomore year, that's when I first started smoking weed, partying, and all that.
It changes everything.
No, for real, yeah.
Honestly, I fell in love, bro. The first time I tried weed, I still remember it to this day.
Dude, same.
I fell in love, bro, like for real. And honestly, I don't think it was just weed, but just stepping back and not having basketball to be my identity anymore.
Right.
Once that happened, it was like, okay, now I'm going into the things I love. It's like, I really have to think for myself. It's not just basketball.
That's right. I always thought about that too, because like, I was big into skateboarding, and then my friends that like I was pretty close with, they were all into sports and stuff, and like they were already like in like, you know, little dribblers or like, you know, football and stuff like that. And I only played basketball like growing up, but definitely like once we got into middle school, like, why aren't you playing sports? Like, what you doing? You still, you're wearing Billabong, you're wearing ball gear, man, you're a poser. But So then I was like, okay, and they're wearing all like Aeropostale, like so I have to like jump
in those spaces Saturday.
Yeah, and it's like you have to like kind of fit in, and it's just like I don't know, like that. I same, same.
I was very like Hollis.
So
Clap with you. Back it up. No, but honestly,
Not lying about that basketball shit.
he's good.
I played with him like we played like one game during COVID. Like,
when it first started,
bro, I don't know if I was like gas. Like, I'm gonna keep it being. I used to play basketball, but I'm just not a balling type of nigga. Like that wasn't.
Yeah.
I got chosen. They was like, you tall, like you look like you do this shit.
Right.
No, I got bad knees.
Cross you up.
we used gas up, but yeah, I really used to hoop like a lot of, like I really did. I really used to hoop, and it's sad though, cause I don't do it anymore, bro. Like really, once I stopped doing it competitively, that's what I have. You know what I mean? Once I stopped doing it competitively, it wasn't something I kept as a hobby.
Yeah.
What's that? Do you
No, yeah. Oh, dude, I don't anymore. I don't.
It's crazy.
And I used to spend hours just outside my house on the fucking basketball goal. Just
That's why it was important, because I think basketball taught me, like 100% taught me discipline. It taught me all these things. I like confidence, bro. Like I may never been like as confident as I was on the court. Like I felt very confident. And it was something that just came so naturally. Like basketball is just like, it was something I did growing up for like all my life, bro. So, you just felt real comfortable playing that shit.
dude, I was like the best in practice. Like I was so competitive. When it came to games, though, I would freeze up. I don't know, man. I guess it was just like I feel that and everything, and just like I would not do good at games. Like
I would practice hard too. Like I went hard in practice. I loved it so much, so I would practice hard, bro. I love just playing. Like the feeling of playing 5-on-5 was so fun to me.
yeah,
But even the games, I would say like I was more in practice. I would definitely try things that I wouldn't do in the game, I guess. But I don't think I really froze up. I think whenever I'm playing, bro, I don't think too much. I didn't really think too much. It just came like it was an instinct almost. I don't remember thinking too much like in games or anything. So I don't think that was it.
that was my problem. I would just
Overthink.
overthink. I was good at defense, and that was my shit. Like stealing the ball, fucking like knowing like where they're gonna pass, and like knowing like that. That was my shit. Like defense, rebounding.
Yeah.
But
That dirty word.
again, the ball is
Yeah, that's how my boy Lux was, bro. He was like, he'll impact the game so much with just like hustling and shit, just playing defense crazy, getting the steals, rebounds, shit like that.
right.
But yeah.
But we're saying it
Like in a way, like you approach the music hand in hand with like the competitiveness of sports.
I think similar. I do feel that competitive nature, but it's almost music. The way I look at music now is just it's so much bigger than just like a sport, I guess. I think basketball, in my head, there's a right way to play basketball, and there's like elegance to it. With music, there's so many unknowns. It's almost like this universe of
right.
There's so many possibilities, bro. So that's a crazy thing.
Like, there's so many people that use different DAWs. There's people that do
Different
styles.
Yeah. Whenever I was put on the Semino, bro, and I was like put on the Semino pretty late, I would say. But it was actually by like he and some of the homies down here, and they were really fucking with him. And I was just amazed by how he raps, his rhyme schemes and shit. How I was just like, damn, bro, it's just, I don't know. It's just, music is crazy, bro. It's unlimited possibilities with that.
Yeah, like that whole J. Cole Dreamville mixtape. Like it had like all those different artists that weren't even Dreamville artists either. Like
Fire.
that shit was crazy.
They even got a crazy debate.
Like that documentary. Did you see the documentary where they were song?
I did. Oh, I did. Yeah. And I even saw them talking about it. Like, they said those sessions were crazy, bro. It was like 3 studios in the spot, and they're like going out one. Like, you're trying to get in anywhere you can. It's so competitive, bro. You hop in this studio, try to get on this. Like, it's that competitive.
I can only imagine the environment.
Right. What like everyone's trying to wonder.
Or when was your like transition from like sports over to like taking music more seriously? Like when did you start music?
So I started recording. My friend Lev, the one he's my producer, and he produces for me, he engineers for me, but he's also like my best friend that I've had since the 4th grade. he started producing, or he started producing, just making music back on GarageBand. And he was like, bro, you should rap. And he really was all right at making beats then, so we would get beats off YouTube, and he just wanted me to rap. And I would do it for fun, but like deep down, I really wanted to do it. You know, like I really want to take it serious, but I didn't know what taking it serious until Logic, till I became a real Logic fan. And he really taught me like what it's like. He just made me like aware that I can do it. You know what I mean? Like the inception was early, like 50 Cent, just other rappers. I'm coming up and like, damn, I want to be a rapper. I'll dress like them and do the shit in the mirror.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were you ever that pop culture kids like MTV and like? Yeah.
The dude, I love, like, music always been a big part, but actually taking it serious as an artist, it was around then. And I just kept doing it with Lev. I just kept doing it, and honestly, I had a lot of confidence when I started. Like, you couldn't even tell me nothing, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like it was the same way for me, bro. Like, it's different when you start creating because you realize like what you can do, and like you said, you can explore different ranges of music and different artistries and like different lanes. It's very diverse. So
I stay feeling like I'm barely not even scraping the surface yet. Just cause like I haven't dropped any music with live instruments. I haven't been in these rooms with people that can just like play chords out of nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? Where we're just, and we do, you know what I mean? On a very surface level. It's just that this music shit is deep. So there's just a lot, you can take it real far. And that's really what's fun to me. That it's fun to create, you know, and collabing. Like, that's the most fun thing about music. That's what music's about to me. So everything I make, it's been a collaborative effort. I'm sure like y'all can relate to. Just like there's a producer, the engineer, there's someone throwing ideas, whatever it may be.
Do you produce as well?
Yeah, I produced too. I produced on Gustavos Pain. I produced Fuck First Talk Later, Where Loyalty Lives. Fire. Yeah, that one. I think those are only 2 on that one. Yeah, it was 2 by me, 2 by T. My boy Zoo, and then 3 by T, I believe.
Pretty damn. Yeah, it's pretty damn.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to Lev too. He engineered Pretty Cozy.
Okay.
So he makes a master on that. And shout out to Donnie Domino. He did Steez.
He's fired off. He got out far. Bro, like Lev is like buzzing down here, bro. Like Lev is never, he's been down here a couple of times, but like he's buzzing because just because of the shit he does for me. And then I linked him with other artists, and now he's working with a lot of artists down here. It's crazy.
And he's from New Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my guy, bro. I grew up. That's when I started with anything that I've ever made, bro. It wouldn't have like came out or happened without Lev. He's a guy, so.
Oh yeah. That's why you have a partner like that, especially like somewhere else where they can like just get each other's like fan base or hit each other's fan base.
And whenever I stopped, because we were always in the same city forever, but whenever we stopped living together, I was like, you realize how much you like miss them and need them. You're like, damn, bro. Like, I kind of took the time we had together for granted, bro. For real.
That's your tribe, bro. When you build your tribe, it's different.
Not real shit, bro.
For real. And well, Birdie was on here, and he said that y'all went to college together, or at school together.
Yeah, so it was me. It was honestly 4 of my. There's like it's a group of guys that I started making music with, and became like our group. And it's my homie Zoo. There's some other guys, but the ones that went to college with me were Zoo, Lev, my boy Lux, it's like my brother, and then me, and we all went. And T ended up coming. He wasn't at school with us, but he was chilling, making music at the crib, bro. Like,
how did y'all meet? Like, how did you?
T, I met T at the smoke, bro. I met him at my old job, bro. So I used to work at smoke shops and shit. But
in Texas, like,
yeah, okay. Yeah, my homie, yeah. But I met T at the smoke shop and shit. So it was cool. Like, I met him at the same place I met Key. So it was crazy. But we met over a jewel pop.
Yeah, that's funny. Hell yeah. And so you started making like getting serious with it in college, or was it more so like?
Yeah, just like right after high school. Like I graduated at 17, so 16 I started making music. By 17, all that time I was dropping music on SoundCloud, like taking it as serious as I knew. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I know now. So I get serious. You know, I was just dropping on SoundCloud, getting beats from YouTube. It wasn't serious, but in my mind, I was taking it serious.
Hey, I mean,
What are some of your influences of like kind of inspired you to like even like start or even like move forward with your artistry?
Yeah. The main one, like, as far as that, like, getting me to do something, like, to really take it serious, I'd say Logic. Just cause and then, like, Chance the Rapper, bro. Chance the Rapper. Just like that time, like, we were talking about Childish Gambino earlier. Him too. Just like that little era.
like 2013, 14.
Yeah, like Big Sean. Of course, Drake. Like,
Drake, yeah.
you know what I mean? But see, Drake nowadays, he inspires me more. Back then, Drake just mesmerized me. It wasn't inspiring because
Of course, shit on around that. You remember the memes, like Drake the type of...
dude, yeah. And it's funny, like, man, if you're the best, some people get shit on.
Right.
Like, I don't,
but that, he just stood the test, like, or something. He has the time.
but he's almost so big where it's a little bit not, like, it doesn't inspire you as much when you're an artist. Like, I think you're inspired more by the people that you see yourself, like the homie Lil Russell. Like, you see that it's possible. When you look at Drake, you're like, damn, I don't know if that's possible.
Well, Lil Russell, yeah, that's a whole different story. Like, man, bro, like he shows you that it's possible. You know how you can go out and go about it, starting small to where you can excel to go to. So it's really dope to see people out there put the information out there like that.
It is, bro. It helps a lot. We always send shit back and forth. But there's just a lot of info out here, bro. Being independent is hard. You're going against a label, bro. You're going against labels and their money. You can do a lot with the money they have. So you have to use your brain. You have to use your resources when you're independent and really just try to, like, say yes to opportunities. Say yes to things and do shit for free if you have to and just meet people.
Yeah.
I think. But I'm early in my independent, like, grind, I guess. Like,
But it's definitely possible because you see people like Bad Bunny. I mean, Mac Miller for like the longest time, he was independent. Like him, seriously,
he's a big inspirational RIP. He's super inspiring. And also, like, I was also real inspired by the lifestyle as well. Just I used to never look at, me and Key were having this combo today, actually. It's like, I used to never look at this shit and think about how much money I could get out of it or anything like that. It was more the lifestyle, like, getting fucked up. I love women. You know what I mean? Just like shit like that. Like, just like the lifestyle. That's what I really fell in love with, for real. And then being in the studio all the time, like the late nights, the hours and shit. Like, I love how it's such a crazy lifestyle. People are like, what the fuck? Like, you ain't went to sleep
I
yet.
used to watch videos of like producers or rappers just being in the studio.
They're saying that shit is just some
Industry.
though.
And that's what I was telling him today. Is like, you notice how everything shifted. Everything feels like it has to be marketed a certain way. You have to do this. You got to fit in the algorithm. Right? It's like, bro, I really had to step back after making Pretty Cozy and just kind of like analyze myself and get back to like what made me enjoy making it. Because I felt like during Pretty Cozy, I took everything like so serious. Like, we got to do it by this time. Like, it's got to be done like this. Like, I got away from the whole original, like, self-inspiring journey that made me start everything, basically. So
It's like it's like the gift and curse whenever you decide to take this shit serious. I'm sure it goes with anything. It's like when you decide to take it serious, there's like the want to like get, to be successful, but then there's also the love for it that you got to balance. You know what I mean? You still want to have fun doing it, but you also got to take it serious. You also got to realize it's a job. Like, you got to treat it as such, but it's a balance, and everyone's different. Everyone's motivated by different things. That's why I've realized, I know people that are 100% inspired and motivated by money fully, and I think it's dope because they're good at getting money, and that's their thing. But I'm not that type of person. I've never been fully inspired by money. It's more the things I can do with money. Because, like, to see the money stack up is cool, but, like, to spend it's better. That's what I like.
Well, the same. I'm definitely bad at, like, saving, but I can definitely spend.
Yeah, me too. And I have fun doing it. Like, I like to gamble. I like to, and I'm not, like, a degenerate with these things. Like, I don't go to the strip club all the time, but just, like, I like to have fun. I like to enjoy the money.
Money comes and goes.
Yeah, it really does.
One thing I definitely always like.
Flow. That's what I
Yeah.
call it.
Well, shit, and I'm not no motherfucking nigga that, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to just be out here motivating people about money. Like, I think everybody's like motivators nowadays. And it's dope, but sometimes the best motivators are the ones that ain't trying to motivate. They're the ones that are just doing, they're living life.
Or they're just hating.
Yeah.
There's the haters out there.
There's talk shit. I'm low-key a little bit of a hater. Not really, though. I don't give a fuck what niggas are doing. But I talk shit just with the home. I chop it up. I don't care, though. I love everybody, though.
So let's dive into like Gustavos paint.
Yeah.
What kind of inspired the idea, or like
It was a process.
So, I feel like it might be kind of underwhelming when I talk about it, but really, whenever I started it, I was in Arizona. That's where I made a couple of the songs. And really, so I made a couple of the songs, and I was trying to make a project called Burn the House Down. I could say it now because it's probably not going to come out. But I was like, this is going to be my album, Burn the House Down. I was getting through it, but then I made a couple of these songs, which were like Where Loyalty Lives and Fuck First, Talk Later. And I was like, man, these don't fit the Burn the House Down. But then I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to just make a little before the album and just like call it Gustavos Pain. But bro, once I made that decision, Burn the House Down went out the window, and I'm fully focused on Gustavos Pain. And I was just making songs for it, but I got to a point where it was just like, it was more songs than were actually on it. There was a lot more songs that were like in the running, but I just could never finish. A lot of these songs were half done and shit. And I went through a lot of events that inspired like the first verse and the hook, like the idea of a lot of the songs. But then I was kind of stuck for like probably like 2 months. Or I wasn't finishing. Like, it was literally 70% done, but I wasn't finishing. And I feel like a lot of, like, big shifts in my life happened. He knows about some of them, but just, like, things happen, like a change of career, relationships with not just romantic, just things like that. And some kind of traumatic things, like, things just happen, you know? And then I ended up just being inspired to finish it. And, I mean, I just finished it, bro. It was about, you know, the pain. If people don't know, so the Gustavo, I guess I'll explain it. But, like, Gustavo's Pain, I love Narcos, bro.
Okay.
Have you seen Narcos?
Yeah.
I love that shit, bro. I'm talking about, I've seen it at least 10 times fully through. At least, bro. And, like, you know, his cousin's name is Gustavo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Gustavo Gaviria.
From the first season, right?
Yeah, bro. He ends up dying. But he was a big inspiration for me, just like the way he was. He was real smooth. He was like the brains of the operation. And like everyone knows Pablo, but like Gustavo was the one that did the numbers. And then he had the notepad and shit. So I was real inspired by him. And I felt like I related to a lot of the pain that he has. So yeah, that's where the idea came from. So it's I rap about a lot of heartbreak and stuff like that. I rap about the shit that's real to me, and that's like what
Was it Burning the House? Or
Burn the House Down.
Burn the House Down? Was that more like turn up, like,
Nah,
or is it?
Nah, that was more experimental. Like that was like less 808s, less drums, more it was more experimental for sure, and more of a house vibe too. Like, and a little bit of house influence. That's where it came, like Burn the House Down, and it was so cool because the last song on that album was called The Remodel, and that's where I was like rapping more, just like bringing it all back together. But yeah, a little bit of house influence. There was some like dope vocal samples and shit.
I love that, like, because especially as a producer, you know, you start a track and you're like, oh yeah, I'm on this like vibe, but then like you hear a certain sound and you're like, oh, and you start a whole new project with just that one sound, and you're like, take it from there.
and that?
Dog, that is the worst.
You think it's the worst?
Last thing or no, last thing I do.
I need what?
Last thing I do.
Oh,
You look pretty.
oh yeah.
Last thing.
Yeah, bro, when he made that drum pattern, it was right whenever Kanye, what did he drop? What's the newest shit he dropped? That one that was like close on, nah, it wasn't. Ye dropped the album, bro, and we were mad inspired by his drums, bro, and that's where that came from. But as for what we were just talking about, bro, that happened so much to me, bro. Just sample searching, I'm making something, then I hear something else, it's in a different key, And it's a different
It's all
vibe.
different
Like,
vibe,
oh, I
yeah.
gotta go start that, bro. I'll have 3 songs pulled up at once I'm trying to make. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
I do that all the fuck. It's like kind of ADHD or
Yeah.
or some.
In the same way, I'm almost to a point where I try to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I'll try to make music for like 30 minutes straight. 30 minutes and 45, where it's like not even looking at my phone, just like indulge in the music. And then I'll take like 10 minutes and I'll get up, walk around, maybe smoke or something, just to give myself some time, bro, because I'm the same way. I can't just sit there for hours on end without moving. My back starts to hurt. I feel anxiety, all type of shit.
Yeah. Do you think that was kind of with Gustavos pain, that was kind of inspired by that, like where you just like heard a certain sound and just went, you took it to that vibe?
Yeah, well, really, I wanted to be more transparent on this project than I've been like with other shit, cause like, and I still feel like I didn't get as transparent as I want to. I think that like one thing with me, my homie, he probably told me a year ago, he's like, man, you're such a dope person, and I don't think it's translating to the music fully. I don't think, whether it's that you're scared for people to know the real you, or whether it's just like you don't know how to fully like show these things. But he's like, once you figure out how to be completely real on the track, completely real, and stop sugarcoating things. And so I was trying to get to stop sugarcoating on this. That was the main thing, where it's like, be real. Gustavo's pain, like, let it just be raw and real. And I did try it. I think I got closer.
I think you definitely, like, it sounded real.
Thank you.
Definitely sounded
That's like all you want.
I feel like on this project you were very you gave us a vulnerable state in a comfortable way. You know what I mean? In your way. And I feel like that's what we need more of, because in music, I feel like for me, when I was hearing like Kendrick's and the Cole's, like it was like a certain relativeness in it that made me, damn, I want to hear more.
Yeah.
Driving me to.
Oh yeah.
even though Drake shit, where he was like talking about like relationships, like, God, I'm going through that too.
Yeah. See, he has a gift where he's able to say what you feel, but you don't know how to say it.
Right.
He just says it in such a relatable way. I think with Cole, his comes from his voice, bro. He has a very like that raspy tone, and the way he says things, his delivery is just real. It
That East Coast S.
Yeah, man, it's so strong, bro. And that's one of the things with Cole, because I know what you mean, bro. Whenever you hear something, whenever you really get, you may hear, so like say you've heard some music, like wherever you hear it in the car or whatever, but maybe one day you hear it at a certain time and you really listen in a certain type of way that it hits you. And they say the type of thing that makes you want to go listen to more of their records. And that's what every artist wants. You want to relate to people to where they want to go listen to more of your records.
That's why I never want people, because I know as an artist, like we make some stuff and then it's in a way we're kind of like, well, I can do something else. Like you're on to the next thing.
Yeah.
But it's like the cool thing about music that I'm learning now is like, it doesn't matter like what time you make it. Like music is timeless. You can find it at any time. Like you said, like you just got put on the, not that long ago, but it's like it was there for you to have, it's cataloged already. So that's a great thing about music, bro.
And to me, that was new when I hear that shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm bumping it like it's new. She set me in this random, that's just shit.
Different.
Yeah, to me it was new. But yeah, music is crazy, bro. The way it lives on. You gotta have respect for the craft too, and respect for like to me, I think Russ said it well. He was like, I'm just a vessel. You know what I mean? So then it takes away the pressure. Because all you do, you have to open yourself up to like receive the energy and then just translate it your own way.
Kind of almost like a preacher.
Yes, that's exactly that's exactly what it is. And like the preacher don't gotta feel the pressure of being as perfect as God, because all he is like the middle. Yeah, I mean, he's a middleman to the information. We don't expect, he is a preacher. You expect him to be morally pretty good, but he's not God. He's human too. So that's like,
everybody sins.
Yeah, right. So that's
That's
a great analogy though, bro. Like that's what it is.
I think that's why Tupac was so good at that, because like I never noticed, but the dude from Digital Underground that did the Humpty Dumpty or the Humpty dances, I don't know his actual name, but he's actually the one who put like Tupac on like on the West Coast and like how he got big, and that's where like Tupac started up in like that group. But he explained it one day in an interview. He was just like, man, the reason why Tupac is so popular and why people love his voice, he's not the best like lyricist,
Not by any means.
right? But the way he rapped, he was like, and like the way he did it was just like a preacher, like he was preaching in a way, just like.
It's your voice inclinations. It's all that shit. A lot of that shit goes, bro. There's a science behind all this shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I'm sure Tupac wasn't looking into the science of it. He just had that soul in it. But you can't, like, soul pierces through anything. That's even like the Through the Wire song. Like, you know what I mean? The song is like his mouth is wired shut, but it's a soul about the song. It don't matter that he's not pronunciating perfect. It's just the soul about it.
Even 50 Cent too, like when he had shot.
Dog, that was on 50.
For real, right?
That was one of the first albums I bought as a kid, and it was actually, dude, it was actually the soundtrack to the movie.
Oh shit,
That's the one that had like wind. I don't know.
the Get Rich and Die Trying.
Yeah, bro, that's the same. But that's crazy.
The living thing or the
bulletproof
the straps, the bullet.
No, I think it was like a red. It was a red
Yes.
background cover, and then he had the vest on.
I had like
It was just like Get Rich or Die Trying.
I had the shot shatter.
Yeah.
Bro.
But my dad bought that for me at Walmart.
Man, dog, that changed my life for real. Like, I ain't even got like full like black hair, you know what I mean? But I was rocking the do-rag all, yeah, I mean, I was rocking the baggy pants and motherfucking.
That was a different time too, man. That was a different time, dude. Good times too.
Shit.
But going back on something you said about SoundCloud, do you think SoundCloud is important? That was one of my questions because something
Nowadays, if you utilize it, I guess, and it depends, because you gotta think, bro. If I'm just like right now, I'm not making no money off music. Even if I drop on SoundCloud or if I drop on Apple Music, I'm not making no money. I think back like 5 years ago, more people had SoundCloud. That was where you find new artists. So I think it's getting less important because people get information way different now. It's not just no one just goes on SoundCloud and like tries to find new artists no more. So
yeah,
if you use it in a consistent way, I think anything can be a tool, but I don't think it's not what it used to be.
No, yeah,
because people change the way they listen. I think and that's also it's a lot of pressure on the artists, because whenever, like, to me, there was a big difference with dropping on SoundCloud or dropping on DSPs. It was, for some reason, it's really no difference, but in my mind, it was a big difference. Like, it was just like, damn, this shit's on Apple Music, it lives forever.
right.
It's like, it's scary. On SoundCloud, bro, I drop that hoe and just move on with it. And like, I wouldn't give a fuck. It's like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So
I think that's my thing is I look at it is like a lot of people have Spotify, a lot of people have Apple, and they're paying for it, right? Yeah. But then there's that other side of people who don't want to pay for that shit,
right,
on SoundCloud or YouTube. That's why YoungBoy has a big numbers. Is like really like this that like
the demographic people. Wow, I never thought about it like that. I'm sure SoundCloud could still be. Maybe it's just like, I'm speaking from my own personal. I don't use SoundCloud only for a couple songs, but I know what I'm going to look for.
I know mainly a lot of people on SoundCloud is really just like music fans are going to search for those artists that like they want to hear, discovering new artists. Yeah. Or it's like DJs putting their mixes on there, or rappers that are like putting like covers or rapping.
It's coming back too.
No, yeah, I'm sure.
Like K Tronada, do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I love how he does different mixes of different songs, and it's like a K Tronada mix. Like, I love that. I think we were talking about you doing like a chopped and screwed version of MIA. Like, I used to
because I used to vote with Chocolate Spirit. That's a brand.
But you should do another one.
That would be crazy. Yeah, just like that's the shit.
I say that because I like hearing different versions of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie that did do it though.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah, that's tight.
That shit's coming back though. You know, I think like people are tired of the perfection with music. Like, that's why X was so big, because like a lot of his shit wasn't even mixed and mastered like great.
For real.
You know,
sometimes it wasn't even rap. He was like with just a piano or guitar like in the background, like,
bro, real. Yeah, talent pierces through, and soul pierces through, bro. He was mad talented. But you know, I've always been a fan of like the real sharp and very clear mixes. That's one of the reasons I love Drake, because I feel like I love how his sound quality. I love how it's so fucking clean. Like if you
Professional.
it's insane. Like it's just perfect. You know what I mean?
There's some people you would want to work with as far as like it could be an artist, producer.
Man, I wish. Okay, so of course I want to work with Pharrell. Like it would be dope to get Pharrell beats. You know what I was?
That
Bro,
that fork.
bro, Tim's would be crazy. I want to see. There's some people I want to work with and hear myself on the track, but there's some people I just want to see work, and that's like Drake. Like I want to see what happens in those sessions.
Bro, I think what's crazy is like I was listening to an interview with Rick Rubin and Andre 3000, and they're basically saying how like Andre 3000 is like, I don't listen to rap anymore. Like I listen to more of like acoustic ambiance type of music. Like it puts my mind in a different state. Like I don't really like see words anymore like I used to. So
I mean, C word.
he was talking about like more of his like writing process. Like he doesn't write anymore. He basically just goes off sound. So most of his like interests includes like acoustics, ambiance music. Like he's been playing like the flute and shit like that. So he was just telling Rick Rubin, he's like, you know, I just been in a whole different state as far as music. Like I just see a lot differently than what I used to. He was like, I feel like in a way I've almost said what I've needed to say for that hip hop journey, but I'm comfortable with like moving in my own lane with what I like now.
Is he still dropping?
I don't know, bro.
I wonder if he's dropping.
They're like features, but they've been crazy. I think his other alias besides Andre 3000 was like Andre Benjamin. Andre is on something.
I was about to pour you one nice one and grab your alignment.
Do y'all see his shit with Rick Rubin, like the interview that he did?
I haven't seen it, bro. It's just
I have to send it to you, bro. You'll like it.
He talks about that like he's like not inspired to even make music or
Yeah, that's what I was just telling him.
those lines, or he's just like, I'm just at a state of life where I'm just living life and I'm not even, you know.
And really, bro, that's how I naturally feel with music. I think it's a fight between trying to be like the best to where it's like I don't give a fuck how you feel, just work on music. But then the other side of me is like, man, I got to be inspired to really love to like do this, or else what am I doing it for? You know what I mean?
Right.
But you don't want to wait all day for inspiration. But at the same time, it's like that's how I thrive. Like I used to tell my homies, I would almost like cause chaos in my own life just to feel something.
Just talk about something.
Yeah, and just like to feel something, bro. Because like you almost feel numb.
It's
Like
kind of toxic.
yeah, no, bro, it is.
But
Life got real, so I don't do that no more.
yeah,
You never know. She go left.
that's funny. Y'all want to take this shot?
Hell yeah, bro.
Cheers, cheers. This is what shot number 4.
And just so y'all know, this man Key don't never drink, bruh. Well, he used to never drink. I don't know now.
Oh no, the first.
I used to always,
we got a little turn.
I'm a wine type of guy.
I used to always try to get him to drink, bro, and he really wouldn't drink that much.
I'm a Moscato type of guy, bro. I don't like
Wait or wine?
fuck.
Yeah, this man's real suave with it.
Yeah.
I went to jazz clubs and shit. Yeah, see, look.
I went to a speakeasy with the homie Madison and ordered wine, and they're like, "Oh, he's a romantic." I'm like, I guess this.
That was fine.
No, you are.
I just like cooling, bro.
Hey, wine's like a different type of a drunk though. It's not.
It is.
Excuse me. It's kind of like bubbly.
We just sit down and look now. Pretty.
Right.
He been drinking the red. I'm a white type of
Okay,
guy.
okay.
Like,
Dude, I was heavy on the wine like when I first met my girl because she like wine, but now that shit gives me heartburn. I gotta like there's one like couple of select ones that I can drink that don't.
oh, yeah.
Fuck me.
That's one of them things you gotta have like once, maybe a week.
Right.
Have you a good glass. or two.
I like tequila, bro. I don't know what it is. After, I don't drink it too much. My roommate drinks vodka, and she's a drinker. She drinks more than me, so I'll drink vodka with her. But if I'm buying or if I'm going anywhere,
I feel like it's definitely on occasion too. For me, like I would definitely drink this shit in a social setting,
Right.
but at the club, I also drink that shit with some tacos or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wash it down with some food.
yeah, dog.
But we were talking about this earlier, but the whole thing with the music videos, do you think that's important?
Music videos. I was saying, just me personally, I want to keep using them as an example. I don't really watch music videos, so I don't know the last time I watched a full music video, and that's part of the problem. Our fucking attention spans are fucking nothing. But I don't watch music videos, so if I don't watch a Drake video, I don't expect GZO to put out a video, motherfuckers to watch it. You know what I mean? Because I know how much I love the artists I love. And if I'm not watching their video, why would somebody watch mine? So it's just,
Or it's just like snippets of it, like you're like, okay,
that's where it hits, bro. Yeah. And what really made me realize that there's this snippet that, you know who No ID is?
Yeah. Producer.
No, not no. I know you're talking about. There's this artist, he spells it different. It's NEUX ID. He's from Dallas, I think. Where's he?
Louisiana.
Okay, he's coming to Louisiana.
He works with Nino, right?
Bro. So he did this, and his homie that I don't know if he still shoots for him, but my photographer homie nephew, which I was introduced to by Key.
Shout out to Neff.
Yeah, the guy, bro, he's crazy with visuals. But he shot this short little snippet of No ID doing the show. And just the way he shot it, it was a short video, but it just made me realize, I was like, bro, because I watched it so many times, I was like, damn, bro. You could make a whole video, but then if you just post it in 15-minute increment or 15-second increments, you know what I mean? That's what keeps people's attention. It's almost like DJ Vlad, how he breaks down the 2-hour interview into like,
right,
bro, it's annoying as fuck because you're waiting for the next shit. Like, damn,
that's how it drives them because they're like, oh, what did he say next? Yeah, it goes to the whole video.
You got to learn how to play all this shit. I used to ignore all data and everything. I used to be so jaded to everything and be like, fuck that, bro. If it's dope, it's gonna pop. It don't matter. But you gotta really look at reality. There's a lot of people trying to make music, and it's hard to find new people because it's clouded with all this shit that's out. You know what I mean? So you gotta take this shit into account and understand that if you drop a music video, you could drop the 2-minute 30-second music video and get this amount of views, or you could break it up into 15-second increments and have multiple chances of getting the audience's attention.
Yeah.
That's why you see most artists now, they'll continuously do their hooks, but on different videos. Like they'll make different videos, but it's the same hook for each song.
Have y'all heard that song? It's like, if I'm on your mind, just say that.
Yeah.
Brand new Benz, brand new stand.
But the hook is underneath. That's why you have to give it to people like that.
And also when you make a music, you gotta realize, bro, like if you want to make hits, like hits are undeniable in my opinion. I think you hear something, it don't matter how it's mixed. You know how people show you their music, but they're like, it's not mixed yet. It's like, bro, it don't fucking matter. If it's a hit, dog, it don't matter if it's mixed. It don't fucking matter, bro. And you got to realize that. And that's how I know, like, I haven't made a hit yet that's like, it's a hit. Because I'll know, because it won't matter. The shit will be undeniable. And that's what honestly gives you hope with this shit. Because, like, when you're chasing, and of course it's not good to chase a hit, but everyone wants a hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just crazy. Hits are undeniable.
Dude, there's one-hit wonders that are still making money today, just touring off that one song.
Oh yeah.
It's even now, like in a day of like streaming, it's just like it's an asset. So
yeah,
it's like
it's all about what you want to out of this. If you want to, if you want a long career with it, you got to do it the long way, and you got to build up. And that's what it is. You got to it's a tiring thing because you have to
take stocks.
Yeah, bro. And you got to make people a fan of you, which some days, you know what I mean? You might wake up and you're like, bro, I don't feel like being the nigga that you're a fan of today. I don't feel like being that like rapper or whatever you think of me as. I don't feel like it. I don't even want to leave my house. You know what I mean? So it's a balance, but That's what it takes. That's why it's hard, bro. That's why it's real hard to do this shit.
Marketing, and really word of mouth on is just like super important. Like just telling.
Speaking of, April 8th, 94 vintage 2000s night. Me and GZO live. The homie Jay Vasquez. We got Liliana Marie.
Cool.
Evo.
Ooh.
We in the building, man.
Let's go.
This is your first time performing songs off Pretty Cozy, right? My first time performing songs off GPs.
Where's it gonna be at?
It is going to be a 94 vintage. It is in North Fort Worth.
Let's go.
Fucking, we'll post the address on my IG and shit. But yeah, that's gonna be more.
I'm going to send them the picture. I'm going to be like, put it right
But yeah, that's crazy.
And then even going back on like shit like websites or like I feel like social media right now is at a weird point in time where it's like give it to me right now in my face. Like even links right now, like people going like they don't even want to do the link in bio, like some shit.
I don't, bro.
Like the engagement in that is just like it's crazy. So you got to put it right in their face and that's it. Like just on the screen or whatever.
That's why like people are playing the numbers game where they're dropping, 4 TikToks a day. Because it's like the numbers game. It's just like with sales. I don't know if you've ever been with sales, but I used to do door-to-door sales. And I used to know, like, all right, bro, if I knock 100 doors, let's say 100 doors, I'm going to get 3 appointments. So if I want this many appointments, I got to knock this many doors. It's the same way people are doing the music thing. It's like, I'm going to drop 5 videos a day, and one of them got to pop. You know what I mean? One of them got to. It's almost overload. But you got to do what you got to do. Everyone approaches it different. I don't know the right way. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think there's a lot of right ways. So however you want to go about it.
Somebody was saying like algorithms are really important. You should kind of just like follow what you want to do. Cause I was telling him I feel like a lot of people have just gotten away from simply just creating and just play like what's the best strategy for us to do this, which is good to do, but to focus so much on that is taken away from you actually creating.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Like you have to do a lot to put yourself out there, and it seems like it takes more time away from like actually creating.
And even just like look at the podcast, bro. I'm sure this shit takes you a long fucking time to edit. And it's like you edit it up and like this whole time that you spend editing goes into an hour clip, like an hour video. That's what you have as a result of like all that work. You know what I mean? So it can be hard. That's even with TikTok, bro. Like sometimes I spend 30 minutes making the captions on the TikTok or whatever. You know what I mean? It takes forever. So,
but that's some things, other people seeing that appreciate is like they know that you're taking the time.
Right. Real shit.
Being calculated and shit, and like knowing, like I'm gonna drop this and it's gonna make some numbers at least.
Yeah. The cool thing with music is like the product is something that invokes emotion. So it's like the feeling is the most important thing. So as long as you keep making music and you're eventually gonna make something that somebody feels something from it. And that's a cool thing. Yeah, I mean you can't deny feelings, and that's why those songs go viral, because it's like. That's why, like, that song I was just talking about, that's why it goes viral, because you hear it and it's like, damn, it's that feeling. And you're like, fuck, bro, it got me.
Right. Like the in-person kind of fan experience is vital. Like, when I say that I know I've performed shows and, like, I've created new fans, like, people dap me up, like, what's your social? Like, and they keep in touch with me, stuff like that. Do you ever feel like moving forward doing shows, like that would be a thing for you to like kind of connect with fans more in person? Because I know with social media it's way different, like when you talk about like word of mouth link and stuff like that. But I feel like it's way different in person.
It is. I think it could go both ways. I think a lot of people are dope around social media. So you meet them in person, your expectations might exceed what it really what it really is. So it's like a little bit of a letdown. But I think shows are important. I think it's important to see the person that you're a big fan of in person, and it makes you realize they're a real person.
No, yeah.
So it's like,
bro, I have people like excited that they got my autograph, and I'm just like,
that's dope.
Obviously I don't see myself in a way that I'm like this big thing, but it's like it's crazy that somebody views me that way, and I've had somebody tell me I'll save their life with my music. I would have never thought that,
Right.
but it's been said to me. So it's just crazy to see and hear that people are, attract towards you as an artist like that in that way.
Yeah, it's dope. There's one person that I growing up, and it's funny to say it right now, but Lil B. Oh, like Lil B, bro.
They originate, they do.
Yeah.
And not only that, like a lot of artists nowadays, like just the hustle that he had and like the vision that he had too. Like a lot of artists are taking that and like, dude, I went to his concert and I swear to God, it's one of the best concerts I ever went to. Like, best, swear to God. And it was just like lit the whole time. Like, and I mean, people showing him because they're like, he don't even like rhyme. Like, he's not even on point. But it's like a lot of rappers are like that nowadays. Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, but said the trend.
At the end of the show, when he was done, and like he performed for like probably 3 hours. Bro.
God damn.
Song after song. And he had a whole set list, which was just like back to like he had no DJ. He was just like a whole like you just
God damn. Just
and
with the song.
Even after that, he was just like, all right, I'm done. But if y'all want to come take a picture and say what's up to me, like I'll stand up here. Those come up one by one. And I swear to God, for like the next 2 hours, he was up there taking pictures of everybody, like signing autographs. So it's like,
and then just to go do it again the next day, probably.
Exactly, bro. And like that, like that's a hustle in itself. Like, I know when people perform, especially after performing, they're like, I'm done. Like, I just want to get out of here, yo. And like, I just seen that, and I was like, bro,
that's one thing that's crazy used to is like, doing the podcast and like doing more of the performances, because I feel like for the time period of like COVID, like everybody was on pause. Like everybody was trying to figure out, what the next move is. And some people was just like, it was a chilling period. It was different for everybody, but I felt like for me, it kind of interrupted something in me. And I had to find my way back.
Same, no, yeah. Same. I feel this because I'm already an introverted person, and like COVID just like put me in a box. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to talk to nobody.
Y'all, I was on the same shit. And I was interacting with my people though. Like we would have people come like quarantine with us. Like the homies. I mean, we chill for like a week straight. It was nice to just not have nothing. For me, I enjoyed that shit, bro.
Same, dude. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I kind of want to go back.
Dog, right? Bro, for real. And
I actually take advantage of it though.
Yeah, bro. I feel that. I did.
I mean, even the earth is like, people were saying like the earth is like becoming better. Like there's not much emissions and like the automobiles, like the oceans are clearing up and shit. Like
niggas at home.
But it's true. No, actually, I seen somebody post the other day. It was an older guy that I've been following on Twitter for a while. But he's actually talking about that. He's like, honestly, I miss like all of my family being together, and we actually like sat down, like talked to each other, and then we had dinner, and then we had movie night, and then like, and then we just listened to music and just chilled out, and like didn't talk at all, but just like actually like just kind of vibed with each other in a way where we weren't really like talking, but just still like embracing each other's like being the presence. Yeah, that's crazy.
You got that daily work ethic, whether you got a 9 to 5 or you're an entrepreneur, like it kind of takes you away from that like quality.
Definitely. Yeah, it's the hustle, like survival, really.
Yeah,
like, that's the life we live in. Just
you gotta work to spend so much time working to get time with your family. Where it's like, but the time you're working, you're like sacrificing time for your family. All the like ultimately that's what you want in the end, you know what I mean? Money and time with your family.
And that's really the matrix, man. That's really the matrix.
It's a fuck
that's not enjoying your fucking life because you're having to do all this.
The next thing too.
Yeah.
You just gotta really, bro, it's like it's so stupid, but a lot of these things are just like real simple where you just got
perspective, really.
Yes, and be thankful. Like, really, you'll be so surprised if you just, and I'm not the best at it, but if you just like every day, if you remember, just think about the things you're thankful for, right? Like voice it out loud. Like
you can wake up and be like, I fucking hate my life. I don't want to go to my job easily.
Yeah.
But you can wake up and be like, damn, at least I woke up. Like, yeah, I got my family. Let me go to work and at least do something.
Yeah, and fucking, bro, there's like a fine line that you can just easily switch over from like fuck work to like I'm going to work because I want to. It's like you have to and you want to. Well, you gotta go, so just make yourself want to. Like tell yourself I want to go, and you just go. You know,
Right.
I appreciate the little things more. I used to want to be rich and all these things right now, but like since I got a new job recently and everything, I have new friends at work and shit, like coworkers, and it's just like I like this shit, bro. Like it's to live simple and just like meet people and all that shit. No, it's nice, bro. I'm enjoying it way more, and I'm taking it in, and like I say yes to more things. I'm like, let's go, let's do it, fuck it.
Oh yeah, that's why I love my job, because for one, I met you there.
Wait, what show?
So I work at a print shop. Shout out Patron.
yeah.
Big Frog Custom T-shirts, new T-shirts. Hit me up.
I'll probably gonna be in you.
Yeah. But yeah, dude.
They actually where's hoodie I got?
Oh yeah.
Fire.
But yeah, dude, just working there, like I'm already doing what I love to do, which is designing, like just doing graphic design, printing shit, and like working with people. But like meeting like people like North coming in, like artists coming in, you're just like, damn, like there's a lot of people in the city doing shit.
And it's cool to get a network, bro. Like one thing I learned from one of my homies is he has a good network. He has a good web, and that's what he calls it. It's like a web. And you want to be the homie that you go anywhere with your homies and you know somebody. Whether it be you go to the club and you know a couple of the bottle girls, or you know the manager of the spot. Yeah, I mean, you want to know somebody. It's this big web, and the trick is to just like, the goal is to just get your web as big as possible. So like somebody's like, yo, fuck, I need my oil change. Yo, I know a guy. And you're helping your homie out that changes oil, right? So then in turn, somebody comes and they need a product that you offer. Bam, he sends them to you. And it's that crazy web.
It's just shit for taking places that money.
So I keep saying, like, word of mouth nowadays is way more important than social media, because like, especially nowadays where everyone has that gimmick of like, I do this, I do that. But it's like, do you really do that? Because online, it don't seem like that. But in person, it's like, you know, you really see that.
Yeah, it's the same. It goes for music too, bro. That's why streams and all that are cool. But the people that are at that show for that night, you know what I mean? Those are the people that fuck with you. So, yeah, and it's crazy, bro. Whenever you see, like, it's a humbling thing, bro. Whenever I first started making music, bro, I was so, like I said, I was mad confident. So I would try to do shows in my city and shit. And I remember one, I did a show, and it was like I was expecting a bigger turnout than what it was. So I was let down by, like, the amount of people. But it showed me, it was like, bro, but it's like, these are the people that fuck with you. So instead of looking at all the people that ain't here, look at these people that are here and give them like your best.
Yeah.
Act like you're at Red Rocks. You know what I mean? Treat it like you're
For real.
fucking, yeah, I mean,
Should turn up.
yeah, dog, that's what it is. And now I'd almost rather like 20 to like 40 solid people in the
It's
crowd.
more intimate.
Dog,
really
and it's like 40 people that fuck with you. That's way better, bro.
For real.
Way better than, you know, and it just starts there. It's a cool thing, bro. I used to be embarrassed to do things like that, but now I'm not embarrassed to try, you know, to try hard and just like try to put an event together, try to do a show, and like, who cares? Promote it. Who cares if people don't come? Like, for the 3 people that really come, fucking show out, you know what I mean? And just put an impression on them.
It's really just putting yourself out there, because, like, man, I think we talked about this in the first episode where we were like, you're talking about your mom and you're like telling her, like, you need to get yourself out there more or whatever. Dude, I have this guy come in my shop. He's an older guy, and he makes music. And he comes in, he's swagged out and shit. He's got his, like, his denim jacket on. He's got his rings on. Okay.
Dripped up.
Yeah. And I was like, what are you doing?
Got the
He's like,
rapid
"I do
pack."
music." Okay. And he's like, I'm trying to get myself out there. He's like, maybe you can help me, like, build my website back up and all that. And I'm like, man, like, I've been telling, like, none of that really matters now. It's just like really putting yourself out there. Like, that's the main thing. Because even before this podcast too, like, I was afraid to, like, put myself, like, high school, you know, I was taking selfies and shit, like,
Right.
pretty boy, like,
Yeah.
and after that, I was like, oh man, like, I don't know, like, doing music and all that, just like, I kind of want to be in the background. It's really just like, nowadays, just putting yourself out there, putting a face to that brand, the music, or all that. It's very important.
That's what it's funny. Like what we talked about earlier, a lot of men every man has like similar things that every person has similar things they can relate on. And it's like when you really look at it with the amount of people that are here, like right now, like I could drop an album, but really I could be scared to drop it, or I can just realize no one gives a fuck. Like no one's life revolves around my album. So it don't fucking matter. Maybe some people like it, maybe they won't, but like really, bro, the world's gonna keep going whether you fucking drop it or not. So it's like, fuck it, bro. People don't care unless you make them care. And like, that's, you got to get fans. Like, it's what it is. But it's like, bro, don't drop it then. Cool. We don't give a fuck either way. Yeah, I mean, so you could sit in your, you know what I mean? You could sit nervous and overthinking, but it's like, bro, no one gives a fuck. So it's like, there's no reason to overthink it. So it's like, it's whatever. Even with songs, bro. That's why I'm trying to get to a point where I just drop now. It's like, it's whatever, bro.
That's what Tyler was saying.
Yo, yeah.
One interview, he was asking that girl, like, she's like, what are you afraid of? She's like, I don't know. He's like, exactly.
Yeah, no one knows. You're just afraid. It's what other people think. It's what you think of yourself. You really, that's what you reflect. Like, you show people how you how you really look at yourself. So as soon as you start to take yourself serious and just like realize like some people are gonna laugh at you, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If you're 15, 20 years deep doing whatever you do and you're still not getting better, maybe it's not the thing for you. But whatever you do, if you're doing it consistently, you're gonna get better. So someone's gonna laugh at you. Someone's gonna think you're garbage. It is what it is, bro. Just like keep going. Like fuck it.
Really? I even think if you're still doing it 20 or 30 years later, like you can still find that sweet spot and be like, okay, I did something.
If you love it, then keep going, bro. What we talking about with Samuel L. Jackson?
Samuel L. Jackson, he said like, his first big movie was like in his 40s, bro.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because like, bro, I don't know any Samuel L. Jackson movie where he's young.
I think I know one, but it was, I think it was,
I'm all I know, wasn't he?
yeah, no. Yeah, there, yeah. He's playing chess. I forget the name of the movie, but it's an old movie. It's an old Samuel. He wasn't even Samuel L. Jackson then.
I was saying his name.
Exactly.
And what is that? Coming to America?
Oh, that's fucking.
He's one of the ones that was like robbing the McDonald's.
Yeah, isn't that Quentin Tarantino movie or no?
No,
I don't think so.
They came out.
The one he was in was Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that was her.
And then he was in Django.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction was fire, bro. Movies are dope too, bro. When I saw that movie, that shit changed.
I love films, man. I love like a storyline. And what's some of y'all's favorite films?
Bro, like I was just telling you, like some of us are up there, Lords of Dogtown, Dazed and Confused.
Coach Carter, bro.
Coach Carter too.
And some too.
Butter Rob.
He used to tell me I look like what is his name? Cruz. Yeah. I have my hair down.
My biggest fear is not that we are is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Yeah, people used to tell me that all the time. And they'd be like, you look at the guy with Biker Boys, it's the same guy, same actor.
He's more Cruz. Dude, that shit's hilarious.
Well, slasher films too, bro. I feel like the Rob Zombie, like Halloween series, is one of my favorites. Those two.
That's good.
I like mob movies. My favorite, I'd say like Goodfellas, one of my favorites for sure. Wolf on Wall Street.
Bro, if you could
Godfather.
one of your favorite movies to like write a soundtrack to, like if you could like make your own like to that movie, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It would almost be hard because you don't want to take away from the movie because it's so good. That's crazy. It's hard to say because all of the movies I love, part of the reason I love them is because the soundtrack is fire. It goes with it. Have y'all seen that Kid Cudi? I know you've seen it. Intergalactic. It's like his movie.
I hadn't seen it. No,
Bro,
I heard it once. I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, like the plot ain't the best, honestly, but the animation and the music just make man, it's so
You said that too. He's like, man, just like the animation, the music just goes.
it's a
Man, I mean, Kid Cudi's like that. He's animated.
It almost reminds me of the what is that, Spider-Verse, the Miles Morales.
Oh, yeah.
Animated.
Yep.
It does.
For sure.
Should we put up one more shot or what? What time are we at?
I never had an hour.
All right.
Y'all want to take a little intermission?
Bro, we could say get some bloopers. Fuck it. Nah, real shit.
It feels like Jerry Springer.
I like, that's why I like.
come on and say that it feels like therapy sometimes. Like really just
This,
yeah, bro. It's
yeah.
like,
yeah,
this
bro,
is like
it
that.
is. And you know what's crazy? I was like, I get anxiety when ever since you asked me to do this episode, I had anxiety.
What?
Yeah,
For
bro, I
real?
told Key today.
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like on my episode, I had anxiety.
Oh, you told me about that. You told me.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
I don't know if y'all
Dude,
saw me in the video. I was like this.
I could tell a little bit because I know you, but you kept it cool. Like a lot
I
of
was
things.
so high that night, and I was having anxiety, but I hope I was keeping it.
I used to get nervous, bro, for some reason. Like even when I announce a show, like I just can't wait to get it over with.
I don't know
Yeah.
how you feel about that feeling because, like, for me, I know when it comes, like, I feel the same way you do, but, like, it comes right before I get on stage. But when I get on stage, it goes away.
Yeah, it
I'm
goes
like,
away.
But they say it's because you know you're about to, like,
You just gotta
do
do
that
it.
shit.
Yeah, you
Like,
just
you
gotta
know
do
you're
it.
about to
But
do
and
it.
plus, once you're up there, if you're really like whatever you do, if you know, I'm sure like podcasting. Once you get into the episode, it just flows. You don't have to think too much because it's just something you're good at. And it's same with music for me. Like whenever I'm on stage, that shit just flows, and you kind of just do the shit.
Let me see that bottle. I definitely agree.
I'll be nervous though, man. Like before I did that show at the at that record store with Andromeda.
Ooh.
Ow.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so stoked to see you up there, bro. Cause that was my first time.
Yeah.
Like since we've known each other, that was my first time seeing.
And we talked about it for so long, too.
Dude, I mean, even doing this podcast because I don't have Iris, which is my my right hand.
I know.
Which shout out to her.
She actually messaged.
I know she actually texted me. She's like, did North call you?
Why? How come?
She didn't know you're here right now.
How come she couldn't come?
So she's in spring
Oh,
break.
yeah,
She's
okay.
spring break.
Hey, she's
Doing
enjoying
spring-
herself.
She's actually in South Florida just gonna go see Lil Wayne.
Damn.
damn, that's
Wayne
dope.
with the red boots.
So
Yeah.
hopefully, she gets a recap. We can talk about it when she comes back.
Oh,
But,
yeah, man,
Shout out
for sure.
Iris. We miss you. And then Omen couldn't be here either. But
Man, shout out to
We got the
Omen,
homies, man. We
Shout
got the
out,
homies.
man. I
For
hope
real.
I'm a good host. You know, this
No,
this
yeah,
is my
You're
practice
good,
round,
bro.
you know what
I'm
saying?
telling you, you're good, dog. You're good, man.
I'm glad to have somebody to bounce back with.
Once this nigga has a camera on him,
Bro, MIA was different because we shot MIA when him and Pretty were in Arizona. I
Okay.
said that on my episode, but that was around the time that happened. I told him I was gonna hold it down. Like I was playing, but
But
I feel
look,
like I felt like I did my job.
yeah. Nah, I was ready to get back to Fort Worth. I was just ready to be back around
Man.
talented people. But that time in Arizona was like, it was a real hard time in my life. But it was fun though, because me and T were like, it was like the real struggle. But at the same time, it was just because I don't know anyone in AZ. Like my uncle
Right.
was out there, but it was just me, Lux, and
This is your first time being like out by
Yeah,
yourself,
dog, for
like, kinda,
real,
like,
out.
or dependent on yourself.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's perspective based.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like to talk about consistency, but persistence goes a long way.
Yeah.
Like when you have the ability to keep going after like going through certain shit.
And if you notice, like, the successful people I know, bro, the one thing they have in common is they're the type of motherfuckers that won't accept no for an answer. Like, for real. And you got to be that type of way where it's like, whenever someone tells you no, it's like, or whenever it's like, no is only one step away from maybe. And maybe is only one step away from yes.
True.
You know what I mean? And this
True.
goes for everything except when you're dealing with women, nigga. For y'all weirdos.
Bro, my grandma, like, when you said that, I thought about my grandma because,
That's crazy.
dude, she came over to this country, came over to a little tiny town of Keene, Texas, which is like way out there.
Damn.
But she finally got one job, and then she was trying to really get on this one job that was just like they were paying a lot, and she went there every day, like bothering them. Like she said that to the point where they were so tired of me they gave me a job, and I was like, okay. And then she said, that's how I got your mom and all her siblings over here. And I was like, without you, I would not be here right now. For real.
That's a whole
hustle,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
It's like really like, hey, I'm going to work for you. I'm going to
Take
do
a
this.
shot
I'm going
for
to do
grandma.
that.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh shit, we gotta wait.
Oh, shit. right, let's go.
I have a rap question.
Shout out
to ask you
Macamilla.
after this.
Yeah, let's go. Rap questions. It better not be. So what's coming next for you?
Nah, bro, this has always been stuck in my mind, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but Drake said this shit in a song, bro. In his early song, it was like what Successful he did with Trey Songz.
Trey Songz. Oh man.
He said, "Diss me and you never hear a reply for it." And I swear this nigga has been in so many beefs like since that song came out.
I think you just want my opinion on it.
Yeah.
I just think that you can't keep somebody like Drake is 35 now or whatever. You can't hold him accountable for things he said.
About that shit.
Yeah, but it's hard to like think about how you felt at 20 about a lot of things, and then you now, you don't think about things the same way. So it's hard to hold someone accountable. You gotta let people change, you know what I mean? And at some point, it's like, man, once you're the best, motherfuckers like wanna. You have that competitive nature. I think that's what it is.
I mean, fucking, what's his name? He's on Kanye's label. Oh, Pusha T. He's the one who like came out with the fucking diss track and said like, you got a whole son. You didn't even tell nobody yet.
Yeah.
And Drake's like, oh, I do got a
like,
whole
it's
son.
a chess movie. Hey, he said it was a chess movie.
Yeah.
For real, bro.
That's
and
what
Drake was like,
you know,
okay,
it's
I do got a whole
competitive
son.
Nature. Like, that's what keeps us interested. I feel like in our generation that we got to witness shit like that.
Like, even
You know
though
what I'm saying?
Pusha T was
Drake
dissing
is
him.
vital for us because we grew up with Drake.
Yeah.
And it made a moment. Like, it made a crazy moment. Like, Push could have never said nothing. Drake could have never said nothing. But then we wouldn't have that moment.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though it was filled with a little bit of negativity and animosity, it was still a moment. And hip hop isn't. The thing about hip hop, it has negative things in it. And that's like one of the beautiful things about it. Like, people taking negative things all the time and make them positives. You know what I mean? Positive songs or whatever. They make, they take their struggles, put it on a record, and then their pain ends up getting them a plaque. And that's a beautiful thing about hip hop. You know what I mean? It also hinders hip hop because people have these unwritten rules, like the ghostwriting thing. It's like, man, if once motherfuckers like Drake, bro, they surpass a certain level, it's like, nah, bro, you expect Drake just to still be sitting in the basement writing his records out? No, bro, we're going for plaques now. We're going for Grammys. We're competing with pop. You know what I mean? So there got to be collaborative effort. There got to be, because these pop artists are having 17 people write their songs based off analytics and what chords make the best, you know what I mean, hit songs and shit. So it's like, if you want to keep somebody, that's how you hinder a culture. You know what I mean? You got to let it expand. And this even goes to what me and Key were talking about. And I hate to say this, but with Gustavos Pain, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I love it, in which I love all the music I put out. But it's like, I feel like I was so caught up in nostalgic things. Like, I was inspired by the old Drake music and all these things growing up that it's almost hindered my ability to like try new shit with music and like push the culture instead of like going with what feels comfortable and like what gives me that nostalgic value. Now, like, try to push the culture, and that's how we get albums like 808s and Heartbreaks. You know what I mean?
True.
You trying to push.
And you gotta look at it in a way it's like you painted that canvas. You can hang that up. As far as like, that's something that you created. But you know that you can explore more.
Yeah.
And add to what you got going for yourself. You know?
And it's like, really, like, fuck what anybody else has to say about it. If you think it's good, then it's good. Like, most of the time, at least, with like some artists at least.
No, for sure. I think you get to a point where it's like when you first start making music, you just want to be good enough to where it's like digestible. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's good. And then you get to a point where it's like, all right, you're good, but you're good like amongst like you're not good amongst like these motherfuckers. You're good though. You're good for you. You know what I mean? And once you break past that, now you're competing with the resources you got. Now you're competing with like these amazing artists that you're trying to be. It's like, yeah, you're good for locally, but like once you pass that, you're trying to compete with everybody. You're trying to really make global hits. You're trying to make music that's digestible. So it's hard. There's different levels to it. I think so. Yeah, it's a crazy thing, but I mean, if you just keep going, you'll be all right with anything you do. It's really not. It's not hard, bro. Motherfuckers try to sell this information when that's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Right.
I think.
No, yeah, it's true. It's facts. It's straight facts.
What is like one? I want to say like a mixtape, like mixtape era. What is one of your favorite mixtapes?
Well, would you call So Far Gone a mixtape?
I would call it a mixtape.
I would. Yeah.
I would.
Cause
And
they just started uploading people's like mixtapes. Cause you
No,
got
So Far
Macadelic.
So Gone was like actually like it was considered an album like when it came out, but
which one was Take Me Later? No, So Far Gone. I don't know, man. I really, it's hard to
because
remember.
he almost won a Grammy. He said it in the song. I almost won a Grammy off of that shit. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
I think that's one of that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I think Acid Rap, would that be
Oh,
considered
yeah.
a mixtape?
that's a mixtape. I would say it's a mixtape.
Dog.
Yeah.
That
Because
shit.
it came out on streaming services after, and
After,
they didn't have
yeah,
like
it
some of
did.
the songs on it, but then they put all the songs on it
Acid
recently.
Rap, and then a lot of Wayne shit too.
Macadelic was crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like to have Mac have. Kendrick
I still remember the
and
day
Wayne
that
on
shit came
project,
out.
That was
What
wild.
am I doing here?
Lil Wayne said, "I feel like money in the trash."
Yo,
Bro.
man, you need a whole, bro.
That whole mixtape, like, it did something for me. Like, that's my senior year. Like, that shit came out. I was working at my job. I was working
What
at
year did you graduate?
2012. I'm old, bro. I'm about to be 30. I'm about to
For
be
real?
30. Yeah.
Damn, because I graduated 2015.
2050,
Yeah,
damn.
But only
Crazy.
3 years after, it's really not. But I'm getting old too, bro.
Yeah, we're
like
around
all
the
the
same
people I
age.
work with, they're like 21 and shit, and they ask me my age.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
They're born in 2000. They're born in
dog,
2000,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm 25, dog. They're like, you don't
They're
even
that
look
Gen
it.
Z. That's
Man,
it.
and like, bro, I have a baby face, so it'd be like
No.
20 to 23-year-old girls that love me.
Bro, I was buying beer today, and the lady
I'm
was like,
18, bruh.
"How are you old enough to be buying beer?" I'm like, "I'm 29." She's like, "I just turned 32," and she's like, "I mean, you look a little bit older than me."
Yeah. No, and it's crazy because they make
Like
you,
45.
bro. They make
For real.
you. Whenever you look young, bro, you feel like you're doing something wrong buying alcohol.
Right.
Like you feel like, you know what I mean?
like, bro, what you
bitch,
mean?
I'm grown, yo. You be
It kind of sucks being carded. You're like, damn, like calling me
yeah.
out my age.
Even though you're like, damn, they might think it's fake. Like, nigga, I'm really 25. Like,
Right.
Bro, I had that happen to me at the fair, and I never went back.
Damn.
Bro looked at my ID
Traumatized, yo.
twice, and he was like, "When is your birthday?" I was like, I told him, like,
You got to have an ID to go to the fair?
well, when you're buying like alcohol. And
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
Oh yeah. Stafer? You talking about Stafer?
Yeah, bro. He looked at my ID and he was like, "When's your birthday?" I told him twice, bro. He goes and grabs it and comes back. He's like, "Tell me when your birthday is again." I'm like,
What?
"Bro, I already paid for it. Like, just give it to me."
Right,
bro.
I already got the pass. Like they
He
already
was
check
talking
my
like
shit.
18 all the time. I'm like, maybe if I
It's a
just
good thing,
grew
though.
a beard,
It's a good thing.
I don't think it would make a difference. I feel
No,
like I
what-
still have a baby face.
Trust me,
over
when you
my
get older,
beard.
when you get past 25, 26, like it's a good
I'm
thing.
gonna have that for real diet.
So I have a question, bro. Do you release your podcast on Spotify too, or
We
is
just started. Like the last one we dropped is the first one we put on Spotify, and I just been so like fucking busy that I haven't even put it the past ones before that on
bro?
Spotify.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I know how you feel.
But soon,
Yeah, the good
like
thing
tomorrow,
is you can
I'll
do
have
it
them
in
on there.
time.
Yeah, even with music, like, cause you got to go in, like, people might not know this. You got to go in and put all the lyrics in for
Yeah,
them to
it's-
be on.
yeah,
there.
if they want to listen to it, yeah.
I
it's
ain't
a
even
lot,
put none
bro.
of the GP lyrics.
Nah, yeah. I noticed that a lot
I'm
of
like, next time.
yeah. It's a lot, dude.
One day I'm gonna have somebody do this.
But
shit,
that's
bro.
dope though, cause like when people come to the show and you see a rapper, you know they actually listen.
Yeah,
to it.
real shit,
Cause the
bro.
lyrics
Right, yeah.
is not on
Yeah,
there.
we
Exactly.
gonna see too. We gonna see.
Dude, I remember like back in the day, like some songs you would download from like LimeWire, you know those shits. Like they would have the lyrics on there. Sometimes I'd be like, oh fuck, that's tight. Like, I can actually
That's why
rap
I
like
love
the whole.
when I went to the Nino show because like he put his lyrics up later on, but like for his recent project, like before he even put the lyrics up, I knew him because I was just listening to the music. And we were at the show, and he told me after the show, he was like, "Bro, like."
Yeah, I seen
You
it. No, I
was like,
seen
you was
it.
rapping to me. I was
Yeah,
like, bro,
no, I
seen it,
you
yeah.
get me lit, bro. Because that's why I try to tell people is like, Man, there's so much talent in the city, bro. Like, I really like enjoy going to shows and like seeing people perform.
Yeah.
Shout out Every Burke. Shout out Company.
Shout out.
Bro, but it's just a different feeling, bro. Cause when you get to see someone in person doing their thing, like it's way different from just hearing it through a link.
And mostly here, bro. I'll tell you this, bro. Whenever I moved here, I was already making music and shit, of course, but I'm from a small town, so there wasn't a scene how there is here. Whenever I met Keenan, they took me to my first Vibes Texas show. Shout out to Vibes Texas, bro.
Shout out Vibes Texas.
Yeah. Bro, he took me to that, and it changed my whole look, like my whole, like it changed my whole life, bro.
Dallas shows are different, bro.
Dog,
Dallas
and
shows are different,
the vibe of the city, like it was such a crazy thing. The vibe, seeing these people perform, bro, and just seeing how they all live and everyone
they get lit, bro.
Man, and coming together for these shows, like the life. That's what really inspired me down here. Where I was like, man, I want to do like the show. I want to be popping out at different shows every weekend. And just all around the DFW area because it's so fresh, bro.
That's what I was talking to him about. Yeah. Just kind of some stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes. You know, trying to pull some strings together and within the city to start doing more stuff like that.
Yeah, because Fort Worth can easily be like that. Easily. It's just
popping, bro. I went to one show here. I've only been to one show in Fort Worth, actually. And Jay performed that one. And it was cool. But like the Dallas ones, that just this whole area, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot of artists, a lot of good artists.
So what's just to end it, wrap it up at least.
Yeah.
Like, what's some goals that you want for yourself, like by the end of this year? Like, what do you want to do?
I had some.
What do you want to accomplish?
Yeah. So I want to drop one more project and probably. I have like a to-do list basically. So I think on there it's like I have another project of mine that I want to get working on soon. Since I dropped GP, I haven't made nothing. I've been completely chilling, bro, just like enjoying it. So I want to drop another project and just continue to stay consistent with singles and stuff. Like I have some goals for myself, like 100K on Apple Music, like view streams and shit, like 100K. Okay. So things like that, but. Really, bro, it's just I want to drop another project and just stay consistent with singles. I want to get to a point. I want to get to like January of next year and be able to be like, yo, I was consistent the whole year. You know what I mean? I dropped GP. I kept it going after that. So that's the main things for me, bro. Just consistency. I want you to be able to look at like my page or whatever it be and be like, yo, all right, like consistency.
Oh yeah.
So
what are some ways for like. Not just yourself, but like younger artists or beginner artists that are starting out to really like tap into other people. Like, what are your what's your strategy?
I think the best way, and I'm still learning, but honestly, the best way, if you're in a place like we are, like DFW, go to events. Like, try to find events and go to them and talk to people because, a lot of the people you might be nervous to talk to, but they're just regular people and they're cool. Like I realized that when I met Kush with a C, bro. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a rapper out of Dallas.
Yeah.
So we followed each other, bro. But I saw him somewhere at an event, and I didn't like go up and approach him because like I didn't know the vibe. Like I didn't know if I should go talk to him. And he came up and talked to me, and he was like, "What's up, bro? I know we follow each other. Like thanks for coming out showing love." So I would just say go meet people, bro. Just go introduce yourself. Don't be like scared to like come off as a fan or come off. You know what I mean? Just go be genuine, try to meet people, and you will, bro. You'll meet people.
Right. Like, and I keep appreciating that, man. Word of mouth nowadays is way more important than social media.
Yeah.
Like going up to talk to people, saying like, "Hey, I do this, I do that." It goes a long way, man. Yeah. It really does.
This ain't just for artists. This is for anyone, any entrepreneur, anyone.
Yeah. So. Any type of business, any type of flow, like, just go up and talk to people. That's getting out of your shell and really, like, showing yourself and what you do. And that's when they see the true, like, talent.
Yeah. Real shit,
and that's where they, like, break the barriers, like, oh, you're real or you're not real.
Yeah.
And they see that.
And you only got one first impression with people, so just be yourself, bro. You don't want to be a character that you're going to have to remember how to be. So just be yourself, and like the for a man, bro. If you're a strong man, there's gonna be people or a strong person. You know, if you're a strong opinion, you have a strong opinion. There's gonna be people that like you and people that don't like you. You gotta be okay with that. You can't. Everyone can't like you, bro. Else you ain't taking a stance.
Right.
So.
And a big thing I see, well, really, just aside from that, it's like road rage, bro. Like, on the road, bro, you gotta be the bigger person. Like, just okay. You seem like you're going somewhere quick. Like, just go.
Go,
like,
dog.
Yeah.
I ain't in that much of a hurry. Yo, it's bad here, dog.
No,
I've been
Texas
in other places,
is bad.
And
Texas
and motherfuckers
bad.
is quick to pull that thing. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. You don't want to get shot over
bro,
fucking
trying to
a
get
road
to
rage
work,
incident.
Yo,
Dude.
I had a gun pulled on me more here, and I
For
only
real?
lived here 3 years, bro. Then I did in my whole
Texas gun laws.
man. Dog, go ahead, shit. Go ahead.
Exactly, man. Don't be the bigger person in that situation. For real.
See, you got to the point where I fake pull the gun. You know what I mean? I lift up the middle shit. Act like,
oh, you got one too?
Yeah. I'll fake pull. Yeah. All right. That's what I thought.
he good.
Yeah.
It's a standoff.
Real shit. Yeah. No, that's crazy, though.
Man, Texas, you wild.
Yeah.
You wild.
That long stuff.
Hey, but let's wrap it up. It was a good interview.
Where can the people find you at social media?
Yeah.
On Twitter and Instagram is AirGZO, AIRGZO. On TikTok is GZO the God, like Charlemagne the God, except GZO the God. GZOTHAGOD. But yeah,
I've heard Air GZO too, right?
Yeah, and that's just like some people be like, "What's up, Air?" I'm like, "Nigga, no, this is like Nike." Like I didn't. It's because GZO was taken, or I couldn't use the 3 letters, so I was like, "What do I put?" I just put Air GZO. I thought it was cool.
People love the swim north thing. I don't know.
Dude, I like that too. Honestly, yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, but find me on there, bro.
Man, y'all go listen to Gustavos.
Yeah, Gustavos Pain. Listen to that shit. Stream it. It's on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bro. This was fun.
Dude, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Hey, co-host. This is the very first artist on the Juice. And he did good. Hey, shout out to Iris, wherever you're at.
Hey.
You better be doing
maybe one day I'll come back and
some
Iris
such
will
shit or
actually
some
do
live
the
shit.
episode with us.
But shout out to the Juice. Thank you so much, GZO. And shout out to the fans.
Hey.